Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I have just had the most fantastic night's sleep in the converted church behind me called Bunk here in Utrecht. It is absolutely amazing, comfortable beds, clean, excellent food, fantastic service. Thoroughly recommend it if you are on the road and you want an overnight stay in the Netherlands. I'm about to head a bit further north to Amsterdam, and then once I've had a check out of that place, I'm heading further north again, where I'm going to be camping this evening. It's another day on the road, another day with interesting cities. What's not to like? Happy days. Let's have it! It is so good to be back on the road. Just give this a chance to load up. I have reached what I always call the rhythm of the road by now, that whole routine of riding, seeing somewhere, riding, setting up camp or staying in a Airbnb or hostel or something like I've done, then loading the bike again and then riding again and going and seeing something else. I love it. It's a routine that I get into. Takes usually about a day to get there, and I seem to have achieved that already. We had the hill start assist on then, I don't know why, because not on a hill particularly. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the day's ride ahead. I'm looking forward to checking out Amsterdam, and if you're already a subscriber to the channel, welcome back again. It's great to have you here, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please share as well. Hoping to build my subscribers up to 10,000 during the course of this tour, and then I'm off immediately afterwards on another tour with my son Ben to the Black Forest. Just got a week at home, or it may even be a week's camping in Wales. I'm not sure yet what's happening. Life kind of is just one series of events after another, which I have no particular control over at the minute. It's just happening as it happens, and you know what, that's the way I like it. Hopefully very soon my partner Mira's going to pass her test, and that new Speedmaster she's got will be a travelling companion for the GSA. It will also mean that she can be a partner in crime on some of these travels. I don't think she fancies doing long hours like I did yesterday in the saddle, 6.5 straight hours, but we'll certainly do some local rides together, and maybe some gentler tours. We shall see. Well, this is very nice. Lots and lots of bicycles in Holland. So my plans for tomorrow, just sort of planning ahead each night as I look, getting a rough idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to, after I've been to Amsterdam, I'm going to head north pretty much to where the land runs out on the part of land I'll be on, and I'm going to camp, and then I'm going to make my way across a sea dam, which I can't remember the number of the road. It might be the A2, I don't know. I'll flash it up on the screen now, and that's this amazing road that takes you across the ocean for quite a few miles, going past a turbine wind farm out in the middle of the sea. It'll be a new experience for me. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be in the next episode, if all goes to plan, and you never know, because sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, next stop, Amsterdam. So, first time for me in Utrecht, which is, I think, the home of Itchy Boots. Not that she's ever home, obviously, and indeed first time in the Netherlands for me, and I love it. I really do. The roads are good. The architecture's interesting, not so much just here, but certainly out in the country whilst I was riding past all the dikes and the waterways. And the people are very, very friendly. Certainly everybody I've encountered so far has been very, very friendly. In the hostel just now in the church, a very, very friendly American guy decided I looked like I needed feeding up, and he gave me his crisps. So I've got a snack for on the road later. That was very kind of him. I think it was a way of apologising for disturbing me in the night, although he didn't really. It is nice meeting new people as you travel. I always like that. Having a little chat, not necessarily even catching their name, just getting a little taste of what somebody else is doing, a little insight into their life, or at least their life on the road, I guess. For me, I guess it's part of what travelling's all about. It's quite hard to pin down in a nutshell what travelling is all about, I guess. I don't know. Obviously seeing new places, experiencing new things, but meeting new people, but it's also just the call of the open road. I'm sure you understand if you're watching this channel and watching my adventures, my tours. You're doing the similar thing yourself probably. And if for whatever reason you can't, whatever reason at all, you're welcome to come with me all the time. You're always welcome. As I say, you lot are invited. So finally escaping the clutches of the city. And how beautiful is that? The Netherlands know how to do a waterway, that's for sure. Beautiful. There's some pretty impressive buildings here. Well, I managed to miss the sign again, but it just said I've arrived at Amsterdam, so I'm heading hopefully for the centre. Obviously Amsterdam famous for its red light district, the legalised use of cannabis, although I don't think tourists are allowed to now. Not that that has ever interested me in the slightest. And its canals and lots of bicycles and interesting architecture. Certainly worth a few hours of my time. So the last time I was in Amsterdam was probably 15 years ago, maybe 16 years ago, and I was here in singer-songwriter mode doing a bunch of solo gigs and also doing a radio appearance. Obviously travelled by plane and had guitar with me, etc. So my memory is trying to get around the city using the metro, trains, trams, getting to some island somewhere I vaguely remember where the radio show was taking place. I don't know, it seems like a long time ago, a lifetime ago, long before I ever thought of creating the Two Wheel Dreamer channel. It would be good if I could park anywhere around here now, to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick it up on the pavement here. Next to the other bikes. Right, I'm sorted. I moved the bike, decided that lamppost was a better proposition, so light lock, Oxford alarmed disc lock, chain through back wheel and round. Rather sturdy lamppost. Obviously the bag is at risk, but I'm just going to put some faith in humankind and hope that it's all okay. Right, I'm going to go and get myself a latte somewhere and maybe something to nibble on, and then I'm going to have a wander around. What kind of cafe? One serious quad. Well, that was a nice relaxed morning buzzing around Amsterdam, and now it's north I head, following the tram as I go. So I'm going to make my way out of Amsterdam and head north, where I'm going to camp today, and then tomorrow continue with my mini tour of Europe, what you can do in a week without busting a gut. What a beautiful old city this is. No idea who has right of way there. I'm guessing this is the thoroughfare. I don't know. I think the order of the day is just to approach with caution whilst being aware of the camber where the road elevates for the bridge. Slowly escaping the clutches of the city again. Well, I switched to Apple Maps because it decided it knew where the campsite was better than Google Maps on this occasion, and I'd forgotten that it's only on Google Maps that I've selected non-motorway, so I find myself suddenly on a motorway. But as soon as I get the opportunity, I'm going to get off it, because that's not what this journey is about. Cool, I have escaped the motorway. God, there's quite a crosswind going on. That'll be interesting tomorrow, crossing the sea dam. If it's got a big crosswind going on, apparently it is known for that. Check out the next episode to find out how I get on. So glad to be away from the motorway. It's going to take me another 20 minutes longer to get to the campsite, but that's fine. I'd much rather be riding on roads like this than just blasting up the motorway. Motorways are fine if you've got to get a long way in a hurry, or you're on a real kind of time restraint and you want to get to a certain area to tour. I've done it many times, been criticised many times in the comments on YouTube for blasting up a motorway. There's cockerels and stuff on the edge of the road. Hello. But you know, I do what I need to do. If I need to get across the country quickly to explore somewhere else, I'll do that. And if I'm doing what I'm doing this week, which is taking my time, then I'd call them B roads and A roads, but I think they're N roads at the moment. Whatever, it's all good. There's quite a wind going on. See, this road's much more fun. These lines on either side of the road showing the cycle lane are quite distracting as you're riding along here. I kind of want to position myself on the inside of it, being towards the middle of the road, which obviously you can't do because it's just not wide enough. So you end up riding in the cycle lane like the cars are straddling the cycle lane as well. A little bit off-putting, but just the way it's done. It is windy. This wind. You see the trees? I guess it's where the land is so flat. But it's quite a battle the whole time. I'm never sure quite how fast I'm going. It's a 30 kilometre an hour zone. The bike says 30 kilometres roughly, and Google Maps is saying 26. I think the bike reads fast. It's the same when it's set to miles per hour. Back home it seems 2 or 3 miles an hour fast all the time. And the faster you go, the bigger the discrepancy seems to be, but never quite sure. I suppose the answer is trust the bike, and that's keeping me down then well below the limit if need be. And that discrepancy is not just between Google Maps and the bike, it's also those things on the roadside that tell you how fast you're going. You know, if I approach something, say doing 40 as far as the bike's concerned, the roadside sign, digital sign will say I'm doing 38 or 37 or something. So I guess the bike reads fast. Oh, there's that side wind again. Absolutely ferocious. Must be a constant feature here because all the trees are growing in that direction. Well, riding along at the moment with the blue sky that was promised nowhere to be seen, and this flat agricultural and industrial landscape all around me. It all seems a little bit bleak actually. The bustling life of Amsterdam seems a long way away now, although I've only been riding for an hour or something like that. Anyway, where I'm camping is right next to a natural or national park. I'm going to set the tent up and then explore the coastline and the park a little bit. Hopefully the sun will come out and see where that takes me. If the wind continues like this, I'm going to be pegging the tent down well, I can tell you. Oh, this looks a bit more pleasant, a bit more greenery, a few more trees, not quite so exposed. I shall arrive in 1 minute, which will make it 5 to 3, which is probably a perfect time for checking in. I'm guessing this isn't going to be like that campsite in Belgium, which had a fun fair on it and waffle stands and all that kind of stuff. I think this may be a bit more basic. One of the campsites I tried to book on in this region here was fully booked for the next week, so there are people about. You have arrived. There we go. Oh, I can get an ice cream at least. Ananas. This all looks very civilised. Of algae on that pond. Find the reception. Which I reckon is here. Welcome. Cool. What a windy ride that was. Being observed by that dog. Hopefully it's friendly. Oh, the wind persists. Hopefully I'll be sheltered somewhere amongst the trees or something. Yeah, it said this campsite is on a working farm, and it most definitely is. Keep being passed by tractors as I'm sorting myself out. I'm going to go and check in now, find out where they want me to go. Well, the dog and I are now acquainted, and he is friendly, or she's friendly, thankfully. I'm booked in for night. The rain has just started, but hopefully it will stop again. It's been on and off as I've been riding. As I said, it's a working farm, so I should be hearing some tractors. I'm coming around here where I I will be sheltered by the trees apparently, which is always a good thing. Usually they prefer the vehicles to be away from the tents, but she said it's fine to leave my bike next to it. I'm only here for one night, and I'm going between those two caravans under the trees. So happy days. I'll get myself set up. There we go. So folks, I'm just going to take you inside the tent to get you out of the wind. There we go, that's better. Right, let's just be down like that. Okay, so it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. I've got the tent up, it's raining on and off. The wind is absolutely ferocious. I've made an executive decision to stay at camp now. What I'm going to do is sort myself out, make some food, do some file transferring for YouTube so that you can be watching this, and then actually probably edit something as well, make use of the time. And then tomorrow I am heading off across that sea dam, providing the road is open, because if there's really high winds and big waves it will be shut, I'm sure, but we will find out in the morning. So I do hope you enjoyed today's episode where we visited Amsterdam and rode across a bit of Holland, the Netherlands. It was windy, that's what it was. So if you did like today's episode, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you tomorrow morning, which will be in the next one for you lot. See ya, bye bye.